Hi guys, welcome back to Freckled.Rambles. If you're new here, my name is Sarah and this is my channel. I got a puppy. Josh and I got a puppy. So he's just going to be hanging out back there. And don't mind him, his name is Magnus. He is honestly the greatest thing ever. He's a Great Dane. So everybody enjoy it while you can, because that's not gonna last forever. He's gonna be very big soon. Yeah, but anyways, today's video is going to be a first impressions and kind of try on review of the Revolution or Makeup Revolution Reloaded Basic Mattes palette. It's cruelty free, it's vegan, it was £4, which is unfathomable, is that a real word? Unfathomable to me. Like, that's so cheap. Even when you convert that to Canadian or Australian, it's still so cheap. Like, what? You get 15 shades, all mattes, which I'm super happy about. Basic packaging, but they look beautiful. Haven't tried any of them on the eye, but I have like finger swatched a couple of them and they're super buttery, very pigmented. They smell like eyeshadow. Yeah, but so today's video is just going to be a kind of try on, my thoughts, my feelings, you know, on this guy. I also will insert some swatches on my hand somewhere so you can see what they all look like. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Yeah, this bad boy. Let's give it a go. So my eyelids just have a bit of foundation on them. So I'm gonna take, the shades are just numbered, they don't have names. So I'm gonna take number 1, which is the lightest kind of yellow toned. It's like a pink toned and a yellow toned, like near white. So I'm gonna take the yellow toned one to set my entire eyelid. So Magnus's snoring is just going to be the background of this entire video, and I hope everyone is okay with that because he is snoring like a trooper. So far so good. There's not a ton of kick back in the pan. There is still some pigmentation showing on my eyelid, like my veins and freckles, but that's always going to be the case unless I set it with concealer, and I just didn't do that today because I didn't really want anything like fiddling around with the quality of my judgment of the quality of the eyeshadows. Yeah, so I've like always kind of known what Makeup Revolution is. You guys will probably remember that I raved about the concealer that they have. What? Hello? I'm just gonna pretend my hair looks fine. Having a brand new puppy is like having a child. It's a lot. He gets up at like 5 in the morning. We're up to like probably 11:30 at night with him. Gets up at 5 and has to go to the toilet. It's a period of time. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? So I haven't tried tons of stuff from them, but now that I'm living in the UK, they're so much more accessible because Superdrug has like all the lines that they have, which I didn't know. I didn't know this. You guys might know this and be like, duh, Sarah. But they have a couple of lines. So they have this one's called Revolution. They have Revolution Pro, and then they have I Heart Revolution, I think, for the makeup lines. And then they also have a skincare line as well, which is really cool. Everything's cruelty free, but tons of the stuff is vegan, which is amazing because it's so affordable. Alright, so I'm gonna just, I really want to see what this looks like. This like muted baby poo brown. So I'm just gonna take that on my Spectrum B06 brush. A little bit more kickback there, but nothing horrific. And I'm just gonna place this in the crease. It's super light. It's like a skin tone. Well, it's skin tone for me. It would probably, on someone that had a darker skin tone to me, which is about everyone because I'm the pastiest person ever, it would probably come up as a really washed out yellow. Good transition shade though, especially with using that other one as the base. Like this is just chilling. You can't even really sit, like, I think you can see it in the viewfinder. I have to wait till I get this on my computer to be able to tell if it's showing up. But like in the mirror I can see just a really faint shadow in there. Alright, then I'm gonna try and use as many of these as I possibly can. So it's gonna be a bit of a shambles. I'm gonna take number 5. Oh, sorry, that was number 2 that I just used then. But now I'm gonna take number 5 and I'm gonna go back through the crease. I'm gonna stay on the same brush because why not? There's a lot more kick up in that one. So also, whilst I'm doing this, this is nice. This is just like your OG transition shade. The kick up, or kick back, whatever you want to call it in the pan though, is a lot more significant with this shade. I'm just going back in with a little bit more. As you can see, I'm just being hella messy. Yeah. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that brush some time. I'm going to use the more like buffing brush side of the Urban Decay Mate, and I'm going to take number 4, which is the one next to number 5, hilarious enough, which is kind of, just looks like it's a tiny bit deeper in tone than number 5. So I'm just going to take that on this smaller brush. It's like a light peanut butter, and I'm just gonna take this lower down in the crease. Still going the whole way across the crease, but just lower. Like, so far, also just wanted to say, am loving these eyeshadows. What I like as well is that all of the packaging is clearly labelled whether it's vegan or not. And all their packaging has the cruelty-free bunny on it as well. And I just really like it when brands do stuff like that. Especially when they're brands... Hello? That's very loud. Sorry. Especially when they're brands that are kind of cheaper, I guess, which makes them more accessible to a wider variety of people because they're in like drugstores, like Shoppers. Okay, I need to get used to not being in Canada. I keep saying Shoppers when I mean Superdrug, but like brands that are in Superdrug and Boots or in Priceline or whatever, wherever you are in the world, for them to have their products labelled with cruelty-free, with vegan, with whatever, like gluten-free, whatever they are, just makes it a lot easier for people to buy affordable makeup without having to stress about the impact that they're having on the environment and animals and all of those things. Sorry, that was like a little bit ranty, but you know, whatever. Number 12, which is this like warm terracotta. Looks really pretty. And I'm going to take a kind of just domed shadow brush. I don't know if this isn't going to be dense enough, but we'll see. This one's very buttery, next to no
kickback. And I'm just placing this all over the lid. I will say it's coming off on the eye lighter than what it appears in the pan, but it's building really nicely, so that's okay. So buttery as well, like super, super buttery. I really like that. All the time. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is, that's looking well pretty. I'm going to take number 15. Nope, that was a lie. This is number 11, which is this like deeper terracotta here. It's more, it has more of a red, like a brick red undertone. And I'm going to take that on an angled shadow brush. A bit of kick up, kick back, kick up. I'm so annoying. Just ignore me. But I did just really forcefully, as you can see by how much product is on this eyeshadow brush, jam my brush in there. So it was to be expected. Oh, oh, hello. Hi. How are you? Okay, this colour with like all over the lid in a real monochromatic look with like thick black lashes and like a smouldering lower eye. I'm just making things up here. And a smouldering like lower eye would be gorgeous. I'm just placing this one in the outer corner just to really gradually build up the intensity. And then taking the brush that I used for my crease, no additional product, but just buffing out the edges. Because I unfortunately regularly get well excited and take my outer corner shadow way too high. Which, like, I do it all the time, so I think I actually like it, but I don't know, you know? The lighting is kind of weird, so it's making, like, when I look in the mirror, which is in front of me, both of my eyes look even, but when I look in the camera, at least for me right now, it might not be the case later, it's looking like this eye is darker than this eye, but they're not, I promise. Also, I really hope no one complains about my puppy snoring because he's beautiful. Like, I'm gonna show you because I just can't. Look at him. He's actually a little angel. Absolute angel. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a tiny bit of number 14, which is just looks like a nice warm, so you have a cool chocolate brown and then a warm chocolate brown. So I'm going to take the warm chocolate brown and I'm going to take that on this small Real Techniques brush. Kind of the same kickback as everything else, but it's not the end of the world. And I'm just smudging this into the lash line. I will say as well, even though that there's a bit of kickback in the pan, once you get the shadows to the eye, there's no fallout. Like this under here is because I don't know how to use an eyeshadow brush properly and I smudge it all over my face. 10 out of 10, I'm in love. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to take a bit of number 4 again, just through the front here, just to make sure that it's kind of matching the density of the back of the eye. Can't remember who it was. I think it was Jamie Genevieve I was watching, and she was bringing her eyeshadow like right up here under the brow, and I was like, that's something I need to do for sure. Okay, 10 out of 10, I'm in love. And on the top I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 15. Not bad. Okay, on the bottom is what I'm going to go with. Different shades. So I'm going to go pop some mascara on the top lashes, put some concealer on, those things, come back, we'll finish the eyes. Alright, so the rest of my face is on. Yeah, let's get moving on these under eyes. First, I'm going to go back in with number 5 on the Urban Decay brush, just to go underneath, really sloppily. Probably not the best word to use, is it? Update on Magnus's sleep. He's now having a dream about puppy things. Okay, and then I really want to use this green, or this yellow. Probably thinking maybe the yellow, and then I'll use the green at another time. Oh, we're running. We're full dream sequence is happening right now. Also, can we all just take a second to look at this Kush mascara? So damn good. Okay. So I'm gonna take this brand new Spectrum. It's the B04. And I'm gonna take that yellow, minimal kickback, but real buttery, which is number 7. And I'm just going the whole way under. Oh my lord, this brush is so soft. Oh wow. Wow. And I really, really enjoy this yellow. Okay. That brush is something else. Then I'm going to go back in with the little Real Techniques brush that we took, and that deep chocolate brown. And I'm just going to take this close to the lash line and just in the outer third of the eye. And then, because I'm not going to use any shimmers, because I don't want to use any shades that aren't here, but I do want to highlight the inner corner, I'm going to take that like pinky nude tone, number 3, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner, just to make it a bit lighter. Like so. Actually, I like that. Looks nice. Okay. Actually, you know what else would look really nice with this is Mr. Bing from Colourpop on the waterline. Okay. My thoughts, 110% yes. This is amazing for the price. Like, even if the shadows performed like mediocre, I'd still be like, if you're trying to get like some matte, like real basic, like matte, like transition, corner, blending, all of those like basic matte shades, I would say get this, even if they were like, because it's only £4, which means it's $8 or £4 for 15 eyeshadows. is insane. But not only is it that cheap, they were amazing. Like, they were so good. They were so easy to blend. The color pigmentation's fantastic. I am really in love with this eyeshadow look. I even like the fact that number 3, the like pinky nude, worked so nicely as an inner corner highlight. I have no shimmer on my eyes whatsoever, and it doesn't matter because all the shadows just play so well together. Yeah, I'm super stoked. I am really excited to work out what other palettes they have in this range or any of the ranges that are also vegan, so I can get my hands on those because I'm very excited to see the possibilities. I don't have anything bad to say about it. There was minor kickback when I used some of the shadows, but I have like your little baby Billy. I have very like expensive eyeshadow palettes that do that, so I don't really care. That doesn't bother me. They didn't have any fallout. I barely had to tap my brush off. Pretty much all I'm saying here is you should go and get this eyeshadow palette. I will link, also FYI, I'm a nobody, so obviously this isn't sponsored, but it's not sponsored. What I will do is I will link down below links to places you can buy it. Those are not going to be affiliate links because again, I'm a nobody. I just really love makeup. But you know, just to make it easy for you if you want to go and pick it up. It's also a really nice step towards transitioning to vegan and cruelty-free makeup if it's maybe something you've been considering but didn't know where to start, didn't know what were some good palettes to pick up that would like make your transition easier. This, 10 out of 10, great palette to pick up for that transition. Anyways, that's really all I have to say today. If there are any Revolution products that you love yourself, whether they be eyeshadow palettes, you know, whatever, please leave them down below for me to go and check out, as long as they are vegan. That would be amazing. I would appreciate it. I'm on a tight budget now that Josh and I have made Magnus a member of our family, so anything that's affordable is good for me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye!